Hey folks, this is Chris at Breakout Content. Today we're going to go over the best free AI content generators out there. Now, I'm sure you've seen a ton of these on the market. If you go to any number of sites, such as there's an AI for that, for example, and you just search for SEO, you'll find dozens of these sites. It seems like everyone and their grandmother has a quote unquote AI app or some sort of service out there. So there's tons of these. And how do you make do and how do you select the best free, ideally free content generator for your business? So we've gone through a few of these and we're going to give honest reviews for all of them. A lot of them claim to also have, like, say for example, a million monthly visitors on Twitter, according to one of these. I'm not going to name names, but we also vetted them through SEMrush, which is a very well-known search analytics service for marketers. So we ran them through and then got their organic keywords and organic traffic. So it turns out most of these boasts of a million traffic visitors per month is really pretty outrageous, as you can see these numbers here, screenshotted from SEMrush. But regardless, we're going to take a look to see the merits of these services. So the first one, of course, we're going to have to do our own breakout content. We do feel that this is, of course, the best. And if you review any of the dozens or thousands, maybe hundreds at least, of these services out there, they are all a few layers essentially, or prompts saved versus doing ChatGPT yourself. Going on there, it'll save you a few prompts. Maybe some of them have integrations onto, into like WordPress or other favorite platforms. But truly, the only one that we've seen with a natural language interface, so messaging, is our own, is Breakout Content. So if you just try it out once, it's never going to be the same again. And if you go to our website breakoutcontent.com, we have these demo videos you can take a look at. I mean, just with dictation being as good as it is these days, you can just you see here on the keyboard the dictation icon being highlighted. You can just speak into it. Dictation is always improving. In the past 5 years, it's gone from perhaps 99% accuracy to 99.9% accuracy on any modern smartphone. So it's so easy to just talk to your smartphone versus any of these other services. You have to basically navigate it to a complex, often very complex, too many options dashboard versus just speaking to your AI from your smartphone and never having to log in. And that's what really makes this service really quite interesting. So let's take a look and go through and take a look at this article again. So yeah, I mean, this is a mobile first, hands free workflow, right? So basically you can do the entire process, from getting ideas sent to you. So it's just like a traditional SEO agency. Breakout Content sends ideas to you, so not the other way around. It's not you have to log in and do the slog every morning and think of what to do and what to write. The ideas are presented to you as if you paid $2,000 or $3,000 a month to a traditional SEO agency. That's outsourced cheaply overseas. The US ones are going to be obviously much more expensive than that. Um, but ideas are given to you, and you can do the entire process from publish to from ideation to publish, just via your favorite chat app, whether it be WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord. Whatever you use, Breakout Content is synced to all of these messaging apps, so you can just talk to it, and it syncs to all your popular blogging platforms like WordPress, and then Webflow, etc. So that's the way it works. And what further differentiates Breakout Content is it also allows you to easily dictate again into your phone, if you wish, optional, some additional user generated content. And the reason this is important is all of our clients are by default subject expert matters, or subject matter experts in their fields, right? By being the business owner. So they have a lot of ideas and good content in their heads that never really gets written down, because as we know, it's a slog, and which is why you're here. It's a slog to create content and write it down and format it all of this work. So you can just easily speak into it if you wish, and have it be incorporated into our AI generated output. And not only is it pretty easy to get original content, but by being more original, it's certainly going to help you rank better. Because if you take a step back, and we're going to go over some of these other competitors, the reason it doesn't make sense fundamentally is AI generated content, no matter what people say in terms of, hey, it passes plagiarism checkers or it's original. I mean, you think you're going to get past Google's screening algorithms on AI generated content? Absolutely, you're not. You can't fool Google. They've been doing this for a long time, like they say in their content guidelines. Whether it's AI generated or not, they've dealt with spam and auto created content for a long time. They're okay with it if it's part of your workflow, but if you're using it to try to spam and manipulate search engine rankings, which a lot of these services essentially do by letting you bulk upload onto your website, you're going to get your content delisted. So again, this is another reason why with breakout content, it's really game changing and allowing you to easily input some of your own original thoughts into an article very easily, seamlessly. So check it out. There's no credit card required for a free trial. Very easy to use, again, anywhere, and you'll never have to log in again to grind on content creation. That is our mission. Now, let's go through some of these other services. It wouldn't be fair if we just talked about our own, which of course we're a very, very big fan of. So, this one, Draft Horse AI, we came about this randomly as well. So, what's unique about this is, let's go to the website, Draft Horse AI. Okay, so these guys are known for allowing you to bulk upload videos, and you can see from their demo video here, bulk upload, keywords onto your website, onto a variety of websites. They do integrate with a few, but you give it a bunch of keywords, and then it can upload dozens into your site. So again, it's bulk upload, but the problem we talked about as well, it's relatively feature light. That is seems to be the main feature is bulk uploading. But again, the problem, like we talked about earlier, is this is going to be very dangerous. I mean, if you have a new site that has zero equity value and you don't care if it gets delisted, like sure, you could maybe upload 500 articles completely AI generated and try to get some banner ad revenue for a little while before it gets delisted. But obviously, Google doesn't want this type of stuff to rank by default. It's not original or helpful. It's commoditized by default if it's AI generated. You just have to take a step back and think about it. Um, it's there's really you can't game these things. Um, so that's and then it's so they do offer a free trial, it seems, but their plan starts at $49 a month. Um, yeah, this one is a bit feature light, it seems. But what one thing that is unique is it's geared towards agencies. You can manage multiple sites from one account. So if you're managing multiple sites for a client, that's it's a nice feature to be able to manage multiple sites. Another one is Speedy. I believe these guys are actually funded by Y Combinator, perhaps. So what's different about this one? Let's take a look. Speedybrand.io. So what's different about this one is, sure, they also integrate to WordPress, and they do push to social media, which is different. But the main difference with this one that is we don't see as often in dozens of these other similar tools is they have an API to either SEMrush, Ahrefs, or Google Ads API. So if you enter a URL, like a competitor URL, they give you through those APIs some keywords that are based off of those URLs. So Google Ads API can do this as well. And it just basically gives you keywords that those sites are ranking for. So basically, it does something additional in giving you idea generation. In terms of pricing, the monthly is $69.99 per month. So that's really it, just one price. Now let's continue. Again, same cons like we talked about. Again, we really don't encourage people to bulk upload AI generated content, like hundreds of articles onto your site. You're going to get it delisted. And if it's a real business, as you can imagine, having your website delisted from or de-indexed from Google can potentially destroy your business. So it's just not recommended. Wordplay. Okay. Let's see. Wordplay. Wordplay. Okay, so this one I remember it does claim to create long form content up to 5,000 plus words. Now, that's a unique claim. Typically, the way these guys create long form content is they generate additional keywords based off of the keyword that you give, and then they use those as subtopics to basically create additional articles behind, which makes it long. Now, if you take a look at their demo video, what they're saying they are actually doing here is they actually ask you to um, generate long content by providing the outline yourself, meaning the titles and the subtopics. Obviously, they would just relay that to OpenAI and have it generate basically mini articles on the titles and the subtopics, which makes it longer. Now, as you can imagine, the cons of this are it requires a lot of thinking on your part to think of the specific titles or keywords and the subtitles. A lot of work involved to create that outline. I mean, personally, I don't see that much time saved versus just doing this in ChatGPT yourself. Though, if you have a CSV file, apparently in the specific format they want, you can bulk upload and then bulk upload to WordPress. It's only for WordPress. But again, be very careful, like we talked about. This is not to knock on someone, but I think this is fairly common sense if you just take a step back and think about it logically. AI generated content commoditized, as you see, all these companies are doing it. So, how could it necessarily be better than other AI generated content on the same topic? I mean, it's just very, very dangerous. And if you're doing it bulk uploading to try to manipulate to get up in search engine rankings, that specifically goes against Google's very clearly articulated guidelines, which will get your site de-indexed. So please be very careful about that. What is unique about Wordplay, I will give them credit for, is they have lifetime pricing. So this is something that is actually quite fascinating for me to think about as well, for us, because this is the only company we've seen that offers up to $2,800, 300,000 words per month for lifetime pay at once pricing. This is obviously nice for a business owner to pay it once and forget it, but at the same time, it does cost the company money to continue running those APIs, included OpenAI or probably OpenAI just in this case, but in potentially to infinity. So the only logical reason I can think of this is these guys would prefer to get the money upfront sooner, and maybe they'll be out of business in a few years, but they got more money upfront. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense from their perspective. So let's continue. SEOwriting.ai. Now, this one is interesting in the sense that they have a pretty good demo video that shows what they offer, but they do claim to create long form content, and also they are unique in saying that they will connect with Dolly and create AI generated images to insert into the article, which is a unique thing to see, and it is. Definitely can help break up the wall of text. So this one, the con here is it doesn't generate any topic or article ideas for you. So you have to go in and think of the keywords yourself. But if you're a SEO or content marketer, you might like this because you can log in and it has a very complex dashboard with like many settings that'll show you. For example, if you just take a look, like it has a lot of settings for generating additional keywords, which by the way is how they make it long form. You generate additional keywords related to the keyword that you give them, and it'll use those to create subsections and also images to insert along. So there are a lot of settings here. This is more, I think, helpful if you want something very specific. You're a content marketer with clients. You want to log into this very dashboard with like everything sort of in a dashboard. It saves you a few steps, sure, but again, the problem and difference is it really is not geared to someone who's busy, like a small business or startup owner. They don't want to be logging into this dashboard figuring it out. They kind of just want ideas given to them. So Though that's the content of this one. It also only publishes to WordPress, and it does say, it can, I guess you can bulk upload. So same critique as before. Please do not do this feature that they're all offering, which is bulk uploading. It's going to potentially, most probably, de-index your site, no matter what they say. Just think about it. This next one, Byword AI, this was brought to our attention by one of our customers who was telling us that they saw on Twitter some guy at this company said they were getting a million visitors from search engines clicks or something to their site for their own site. So I had to obviously investigate this claim, and as we said here, we looked every all of these companies up in SEMrush, and the organic search traffic is for this specific site is 654 per month, and SEMrush is pretty institutional, so don't know how that can make sense. They'll have to explain that themselves. But anyway, for this one, let's take a look. I haven't really looked too much into this one, but okay. So these guys again also claim to let you upload thousands of keywords to presumably bulk upload. Um, yeah, I mean, it seems like honestly they do image generation, which is okay. So it is a more unique in that sense, and I do like it when they say internal linking, because this is something where breakout content is coming out with soon as well. It is important to try to generate internal links between your articles. It certainly helps with ranking, but yeah, and it connects with a few and Zapier, which can be helpful, which is a bit more unique. But otherwise, again, you think of the ideas, it seems like, and then you generate articles that are bulk uploaded to your website. So again, the same problem uh, that we've talked about before. I would very, very much hesitate to do that. So please, if you do want to bulk upload 500 or thousands of articles onto your site, do it on a site that has no significance to you, um, please, because if it is your your source of income and business, getting a DNX from Google is just it can be a killer. The pricing on this one is unique. I've never seen anything as expensive as this, up to $10,000 a month for additional, I guess, like some sort of call with these guys, on unlimited content generation. So quite expensive. But anyway, there you have it. This is a review of the best AI content generators, or free AI content generators out there. There are no doubt a lot more out there, but as a whole, I'm sure you can see that they are all quite similar, with the exception of Breakout Content, of just being dashboards that marketers can log into, and some of them are integrated with, for example, WordPress, so you can just push it, but you have to log in, and it's really for SEO marketers. But Breakout Content is really quite unique. Give it a shot. Chat with it on Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram, your favorite messaging apps. It's natural language. You can basically do anything you can in our dashboard, but through natural language by speaking to it. So it really is, I think, a paradigm shift in human computer interaction. It is the future, we believe, just because it's so easy these days with dictation. It's the future of how people are going to interact with apps and services. So you can get everything done just by talking to your smartphone, without having to download an app, because our AI lives on whatever messaging app you happen to work on or use on a day-to-day basis anyway. So there you go. We hope you found this helpful. Check us out, breakoutcontent.com. Hit like or subscribe. If you like this, leave us a comment. We're happy to answer any questions about SEO, ranking, PR. We happy to help out, and always happy to give a demo if you would want one. Thank you so much. My name is Chris at Breakout Content, and we'll see you on the next one.